Isaiah and welcome back to my topic channel. So today on the channel we are going to be looking at something that I've been really wanting to review since I got it, but I did not know how to review it. It is the Sega Genesis Classic Edition. This thing is so cool. It's Sega's first popular console. Of course they had the Master System over here, but this is really what brought Sega into the video game market in the US, because we weren't interested in that Master System. It was all about that NES. But if you didn't know, the Sega Genesis was actually Nintendo's first big competitor. But then they released the Super Nintendo, and it actually outsold the Genesis at the end. But this is still a really great console. I highly recommend it. But if you do not want to spend $79.99, you can get around with something that's $29.99. The Sega Genesis Classic Collection, where you get some of these games, you get some of them, not all of them. And also you do not get the two official Sega 3-button controllers, you do not get the awesome console, and you do not get all 40 games. But this is really cool still. I highly recommend. Like I said, it actually has the design of the original Genesis looking box. Sonic is shown way too much on the advertising. Just some reading. So here's the back. So you can actually pause it if you can see it, and you can like look at the games. And you actually have two exclusive ones, which we might be looking at. So there are a total of 40 games, but I actually might think it's 42 with the two Ultra titles. But here's what you're thinking. Street Fighter 2 is on this. So how are you going to play it if you have a 3-button controller? Well, that's where Retrobit comes in, and they released a 6-button controller, and I like it. I like it a lot. Don't judge me. This is literally one of the best controllers I've ever used. It's really comfortable. I really like the slim grip of it. It actually works with, obviously, the Genesis Classic Edition. Also works on Switch, PC, Mac, even the PS3, which I don't know why you would want to use this on a PS3. Sometimes if you had the earlier PS3 models, they would fail. And exactly, it's kind of hard to find a working PS3 now. But still really cool. And so yeah, we're going to be testing out the Genesis Classic today with the 6-button controller. And that's basically it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so here it is, the Sega Genesis Classic Edition. Startup screen. So let's just run through all the games. So you have Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, Elisa Dragon, Altered Beast, Beyond Oasis, Castle of Illusion, Castlevania Bloodlines, Dynamite Heady, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Darius, which is one of the exclusive titles, Contra Hard Corps, Cosmic Zone, Columns, which is a Tetris knockoff, Earthworm Jim, Eco the Dolphin, Eternal Champions, Ghouls and Ghosts, kind of like Ghosts and Goblins, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Phantasy Star 4, Monster World 4, Mega Man The Wily Wars, Light Cruiser, Landstalker, Kid Chameleon, Road Rash 2, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Sonic, hipster Sonic. Shout out to my Black Nerd fans. So you have Sonic and Sonic 2, but no Sonic 3 or Knuckles. Now that's kind of core, but hey, we got Sonic Spinball also. Then we have Tetris, which is the last one, so we have a couple puzzle games on here. We have Super Fantasy Stone, Strider, Streets of Rage 2, Street Fighter 2, Space Harrier, Thunder Force 3, Toe Jam and Earl, Vector Man, Virtual Fighter 2, Wonder Boy in the Monster World, and World of Illusion starring Mickey and Donald. And if you're making sure, I am playing on a 3-button controller right now. So actually, let's just hop into Sonic the Hedgehog. Now I actually played this already. But there's the classic Sega startup. And here we go. Ah, look at him in all his glorious. So let's start the game. So we're in Green Hill Zone Act 1. Whoa. And right, we're already into the game. Let's go back for the coins. Give me the coins. I've actually been getting into Sonic a lot more. I mean, I played a lot of his games growing up, but they were like the Sonic Lost World and Sonic and All-Stars Racing and those gimmicky Connect and Wii Sonic games that Sega put out. But I've been actually getting into a lot of classic Sega with Sonic Mania, playing through these games, finally, by myself, and not having to watch them. But yeah, these are really fun to play through. So, and you're basically running, and there's a zone. I got the thing. And it says Sonic has passed Act 1. So that was really cool. So, yay. Okay, so now we're in with Sonic 2. I actually have not played through this in a little bit. And this is my first impression on it. So let's see what it is. A lot of people say this is the more superior game of the Sonic games. So let's see how good it is. Okay, so it's actually very colorful. You can play as Tails, who was actually indestructible, I think, in this game. But I'm just kind of running through this. Oh, Sonic now. Wait, since this is 2, can you spin dash? Yeah. Can you spin dash? If I can do it. Whoa, that's really too fast. Oh, sorry, just playing the game. But yeah, Sonic 2, a lot of people say it's a superior version. I have to beat the entire game to actually state my opinion on the game. But that was just the first level of Sonic 2. Now, let's just keep flying around and playing some of the Genesis. Okay, so I actually have not played a lot of Altered Beast. I've played a little bit of it, just didn't get really far. But it is a fun game for what I've played of it, and it's just like a nice, like, short controller. And also the buttons on the 3-button controller are very gimmicky. Or very clickety. Listen. Yeah. But they do respond very well. And they do respond really well. And I have had really no problems with them so far. Yeah, but a lot of people say it's too slow. A lot of people, when I first saw it, a lot of people thought it was like a Christian, like, Satanist game. And that's the first part of the Beast mode, which is just what I bet girls in the 80s. And I've died. I'm not good at this game. I'm not good at this game. And I completely died. But yeah, Altered Beast is a pretty fun game. But now let's try some games with the 6-button controller. Okay, so we're now back in the menu. So this is what the 6-button controller looks like out of the box. Just it has standard thing. But they did add L and R buttons, if you can see them. So if you're playing on a PC, you have the option. But let's try out the main game that you should buy it for, Street Fighter 2. But actually, if you press the little mode button, it actually pulls up the menu. So we're going to go back and just start playing. Let's see, we're just going to go to... We're just going to do Champion Edition. Oh. And the D-pad has a nice feel to it. And we're gonna pick Vega. And we're going to China first, so we have to fight Chun-Li. Now, I'm using the 6 button, not the 3 button. I'm actually... This is Mortal Kombat. I'm actually not good at fighting games, but I am good enough where I can actually like play against computers. And I think, and these controllers are actually good for button mashing. I actually am winning, so we are gonna just keep. Oh, wait. And I unfortunately lost, but it does feel natural playing on the controller, so I'll show you in the frame. I actually went to an event and I was playing with my friend Jenna in this game, and she said she never played a Street Fighter game, and she actually beat me by just button mashing. And I'm actually playing against a character that she beat me with. So that was basically Street Fighter 2. So let's return to the main menu. And there was one more game I wanted to show you guys. So I wanted to show you guys one more game. I'm just going to show you this version of Tetris. And it's actually pretty weird. So I'm just going to play on this controller that I'm using now. Now it is a pretty weird Tetris. And you're going to see why. First of all, no Tetris music. Listen. So that's a little off. Like, there are so many versions of Tetris out there, and a lot are better than this. So, comment down below if you guys want a video where I just go through, just playing through these games, and, like, seeing which Tetris is the best. Because there are a lot. I'd stick to the Game Boy version. No offense, Sega, but your Tetris is not good. But I am just gonna fool around with it a little bit more, just to see how many lines I can get. And it does get faster, so I'm just putting them anywhere I want. Alright, so that is the Tetris on here, and that is the Sega Genesis Classic Edition with a 3-button and 6-button controller. So let's switch back up to me. So there you guys have it. That was the Sega Genesis Classic Edition. In my own kind of opinion, I actually think that it's a decent classic console. And it's not like the NES and SNES edition where they were having very poor stock orders and how everybody wanted it. No, it is not like the PlayStation Classic, which no one wanted. This is actually a very decent one, and it actually has been selling well. But I think Sega is not going to have these on shelves that much longer. Or it's not going to be on Amazon for $80 much longer. So, while you can, I highly suggest that you pick up your Sega Genesis Classic Edition. If you like Sonic, if you like video games, if you like the Genesis in general, you're really going to have a good time with that. But basically, that is all I have for you guys today. Please subscribe if you haven't. I will always be back soon with many good videos because in my opinion, you always need topics in your life. So until I see you guys again, peace to the O, to the U, to the T. Peace out, guys.